Hey, it's your professional sarcastic man and seeker of attention, Oz Chris, here with reviews on Guardians of the Galaxy number 3 and Justice League number 20. So starting off with Guardians number 3. So to properly kind of begin off, while Hela and the Black Order are looking for the rest of Thanos' body, and by the rest I mean the head, which Annihilus has is in possession of and given to his children to play with. The Dark Guardians, they need a better name. Dark Guardians. It's like the whole point of the Dark Guardians is they're just a new Guardians of the Galaxy. But they're willing to take the risks to save the universe. But with like dark in the name, it makes it sound like they're evil for doing this, and they're not really. They're willing to accept the consequences and the risks for what they have to do. You know, the end justifies the means is something that they would believe in. So they hunt down Nova, given his past relationship with Gamora, thinking he'll know where she is and willingly tell them where she is, which he doesn't at all. He when Cosmic Ghost Rider tries to broker some kind of agreement, to the betterment of his heart, just tell us, pick a side, you know what's going to happen, pick a side, let us know. He picks a side, it's just not theirs. So that's all there is with the Dark Guardians. On to the actual Guardians. Everyone except Quill wants to go save Gamora. Quill would rather just sit there, drink, and mope about everything that happened because of the Infinity War, or Wars, was it? Marvel event that attempted to cash grab on the MCU. That's what its real name is. So Groot takes command of the Rider, becomes the new captain of the ship. Look at me. Look at me. I am the captain now. So Groot takes control of the ship. He's the new captain, and they go to search for Gamora. So, story 3 out of 5. It was average. It wasn't too amazing. It wasn't too terrible either. It was average. Usually with the books that come out for trades, the issue number 3 would be like a big part. Something big happens in the plot, but with this, they're only really getting to the plot. This would honestly be issue number 2, but they used issue number 2 to introduce the Dark Guardians instead. So this had to be pushed back a bit in terms of storytelling, but it's okay. It's story-wise, it's average. Art by Jeff Shaw and coloring by Mate Gracia. 4 out of 5. I like the art. The art is pretty good, especially in the scenes where Nova gets confronted by the Dark Guardians. Some really good art there, especially with Rich with his broken helmet. Some really good parts there. Cover 4 out of 5. Even though this really doesn't happen. The Dark Guardians. I know it could be symbolic of like the Dark Guardians being the new Guardians of the Galaxy, but who knows? But overall, it was an average issue. It's taken them 3 issues to actually get to begin the plot. The plot being finding Gamora because she might be the new Thanos. So yeah, an okay average issue. So Justice League number 20. So this is the connecting variant one. So, I obviously had to get all of them. Hey, it's money that goes to an LCS that keeps them in business. And it's Jorge Jimenez art. Why would I not spend money on it? I mean, it's worth the price. I'm willing to spend an extra $7.50 each to get these covers. Originally, this was supposed to be number 19's cover, and this was supposed to be number 21's cover, but they changed it at the end and made them variants for number 20, which, if you wanted to make them variants from the get-go, make them variants from the get-go. But I feel like they work better as variants. While the art is amazing, it's great, this and this as a main cover, as a cover A, it feels off. Like, I'm used to connecting variants being, you know, a variant. You know, when Marvel has a connecting variant, they don't have it as their main cover. They have it as a connecting variant cover. So probably that's why I feel like it works much better as variants, but they're good covers nonetheless. So onto the story. The Justice League meets the Justice League of the future in the sixth dimension, where pretty much their lives are great. They I mean, essentially, yes. Essentially, like, this is the future that they kind of almost wanted. It's a very peaceful future. So Hawkgirl and Martian Manhunter, they got together. They had a child, Shane. Barry and John are recreating the multiverse, using the Speed Force and the Steel Force and the Life entity. Since this version of John is the White Lantern, they're creating new worlds for the multiverse. Themyscira is becoming a place of sharing knowledge, according to sixth dimension Diana. And Gotham is a very bright and safe place because of Batman, but as Dick Grayson as Batman for this one. To be fair, it's a bit off that I know Dick is like always a lot of people's go-to for like Batman, but if I remember correctly, with Dick Grayson, he never wants to be Batman full time. He only does it in special cases, such as honoring like Bruce's legacy, etc., etc. But anyway, so everyone has seems to be their perfect future shown in the sixth dimension, but the covers say otherwise, and of course it's not perfect at all, and I'll leave it there. So story, 4 out of 5, definitely. I really enjoyed it. I like what I see. Very interesting, even though it's a very typical reused. Oh yes, this is your future. It's so peaceful and great. Everything turns out fine. Not really. There's a twist here. Even though that's a reused plot thread, I still enjoyed it anyway. Art by Jorge Jimenez and coloring by Alejandro Sanchez. 5 out of 5. The art within this is amazing. It's great. It's really, really good. I mean, you're gonna get quality art when it comes to Jorge Jimenez. Jimenez art always. Covers. So covers, all 3 covers. 5 out of 5. Honestly, like, these covers are amazing. Definitely worth the price of paying a total of in Australian dollars $22.50 to get all three of these colors. It's worth the money. 5 out of 5. The covers are great. Loving the Justice League fighting the sixth dimension Justice League, all paired off against each other. Although this doesn't happen yet, they don't really fight each other yet. It's probably going to be in a future issue, but it's a really good cover nonetheless. So that's it for these reviews. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.